Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and I heard this phrase, "Old habits, it's are hard to die," but I'm just gonna say the whole profession will never die. It always survives, and it blooms in every single era. When when life gets tough, and then what man does, receive the punches of life and find ways to make it out for a living. But what happens to women? Ah, you, you are gonna see. Migrants are behind Boone in New York City red light district, Eric Adams says. Mayor Eric Adams has blamed the rise in the paid snuggles in a Queens neighborhood on an influx of female Venezuelan migrants. Of course, it has to be Venezuelans. It has to be. Who are struggling to find other work in the Big Apple. Nah, they have been doing it since they were in Colombia. Don't don't gaslight yourself because that's what it is. You had female doctors, lawyers, teachers, scientists, engineers, office workers, a lot of people in the workforce when it comes to female in hierarchy positions. When society collapse, well, they resort to using teponiri. His sonner said the surge in illegal activity taking place on street corners in Corona is just one example of how the nation's ongoing migrant crisis is creeping the city. And your governor decided to accept them, so don't bitch about it. It is unclear whenever the Venezuelan migrants the mayor referenced are being sex trafficked to perform these acts, or they, or if they're soliciting sex in on of their own free will. Nah, yeah, they're doing it in their free will. There is no pimp around. Even that, they are now decided to ditch the pimp, and now they are doing the the planning, just like what happened in a story, sorry, in Mexico, where there is a crime group formed by female Venezuelans when they trick beta males into giving them money for nothing. So yeah, they are not trafficked. They're doing it by their own will. This is what happens when you create an atmosphere that people can provide for themselves. You can work, you can provide for your job, and have to turn to illegal activities to do so. Venezuelans, female Venezuelans, as soon as you give them $1, they are going to pull off their pants. So, nah, they have been doing it. Females from Venezuela, they are like this. Especially when so indoctrinated in leftism, or even if they're not indoctrinated in leftism, there is no standards when it comes to them. When I talk about the spiraling impact on how this is going to affect our city, this is what I'm talking about, he said. We are going to create a generational problems based on the failure of the national government. An example of that. I blame this on the governor and their citizens too, especially the citizens because you keep voting for these pieces of shit, these fucking retards who are just putting policies that they are just going to bite you in the ass. Let's continue. Adams added that another of these red light districts has emerged in East New York, Brooklyn. Because you have to pull up very good advertisement here. Where he said the paid snuggles is overdoing today. Yeah, imagine doing a lower kiss, a soft kiss, a stick licking on broad daylight. Imagine you're one of those dudes who are with their family in the car, wife and kids, and then in the red light, when you're doing a stop because of the red light, of course, you see in the middle of the street a Venezuelan doing a licking in the stick to a random dude for $1. Well, $1 is a very cheap deal, if I'm being honest. And you say, yeah, if they are good there, try it because that's the only good females, especially from that country, are only for the paid the paid snuggles. An employee of one Queen's business told the Post Wednesday that the area was brimming with migrant paid snugglers and had tripled in recent months. There is a phrase I really like to use for these words in Spanish is the cariñosas because well they treat you very nicely more than current women when you're just trying to flirt with them. Well, that's how things works now. You have Chinese and Colombians on there, but it's mostly Venezuelans. Of course, it's fucking Venezuelans. They came from a broken country, a bankrupt country that they themselves bankrupted because they voted for socialism. So don't feel any kind of sympathy for them. In fact, just use them. That's what they are doing. They are offering themselves. So why is not you are not going to put it in a moral situation because yeah, they did that to themselves. You know what? And in fact, if yeah, you just going to pay $1, I prefer going that than rather trying to flirt her in a bar or a club, and then she falsely accused me because only I dared to talk to her. Imagine that. The employee said adding she could tell based on their accents. It started 4 or 5 months ago. She continued, from 70th Street and all over Roosevelt Avenue, there is a lot of paid snuggles. A nearby business owner said that while he'd seen an influx of women working on the streets of late, he wasn't sure if they were newly arrived asylum seekers. Yeah, just call them illegals. Don't fucking lie to everyone. Everyone knows at this point. There is more, a mixture of everyone. Asians. I wonder what kind of Asians. I really wonder why. Why Asians and what kind of Asians? I want to know. Latins, mostly Venezuelans, Colombians on second place. I see them and I bought more at night, he said. I lit at nights and they are at the corners, he continued. I don't know if they are new or not. Well, I think if you're passing by very frequently, you should know. He added, referring to their migrant status. Another store owner said he too had noticed an increase, but only in paid smugglers who appeared to be Asians. Okay, Vietnamese, Indonesian, I don't know, Thailand. Oh man. Of course. So that's when it comes to this. Oh, what did I say? When you are with your family and then suddenly, shit. Oh wow. So well, that's what it comes to this situation. Ah man, hard times create good men. Good men create good times. Good times create empowered females. Powered females create bad times. Imagine that.